Hello, my keto peeps. It's Samaya, and welcome back to my channel, I Don't Sugarcoat. Do you like chaffles? Well, so do I. They make for a great little snack, or you can use them as buns for a sandwich or something like that. Today, I'm going to share with you two of my favorite chaffle recipes. So let's get started. Before I begin, today's video is sponsored by Wholesome Provision. They're a company located right here in the US, and they specialize in making keto-friendly products. You've seen me use quite a few of their products on my channel, from their Lupin Flour to their Sweetener, their chocolate chips, and their sprinkles. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video for their website so you can go on there and check out all their amazing products. Now let's jump into today's recipe. So we're going to begin this recipe the way you would begin any chaffle recipe, with the basics. In this bowl here, I have 1 egg and half a cup of shredded cheese, and I'm using mozzarella cheese for this recipe. Now, we're going to start off with the base for both of my chaffle recipes. This is how I would do actually any of them, really. I would just do it this way, and then I'd kind of add in my add-ons later. So in my bowl right here, I have 2 tablespoons of some Lupin Flour and then 1 tablespoon of some wheat protein isolate 8000. Now, if you don't have the wheat protein isolate, you could just use 3 tablespoons of Lupin Flour. I just kind of like these two in combination. I like the balance that it brings. So I will leave that up to you how you want to make yours. So I'm going to be adding these 3 tablespoons to my bowl here. And then now I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of some non-dairy milk. And you can use whatever kind you prefer. And now that is the basis for my chaffle recipe. That is really it. That's all I add in until I figure out what types of flavors I want to put into it. So I'm going to start off with my savory chaffle first. This is one of my favorites. I initially created this recipe with pizza in mind. However, I'm going to tell you right now, it didn't end up tasting like a pizza, but it does still taste very delicious. And so I still make it. So here we go. I have in here 8 pepperonis that I have cut up into little pieces. I'm going to add that to my bowl. Now in this bowl, I have a smorgasbord of spices. I have a pinch of salt, and I do literally mean a pinch. I just kind of grabbed some and stuck it in my bowl. I have 1/4 teaspoon of some ground mushroom powder. And I did that just by grinding some mushrooms, some hydrated mushrooms that I have in my blender. I have 1/2 teaspoon of this here sweetener just to balance out all these flavors. But you can choose to add it or not add it if you like. I also have some ground green bell pepper. Once again, I just had some dehydrated bell peppers that I ground in my blender to get this. And then I have some garlic powder, some onion powder, and a little bit of parsley here. Now, you can add whatever you want to this base recipe. If you want to make this is exactly how I'm making it. Just kind of checking if I had anything else under there. But if you want to make a different flavor, all you need is the base recipe, and you can add whatever you want to it. So I'm going to go ahead and add all my spices here and get this mixed up. Okay, and now this is perfect. Now you should see a nice thick batter, and most of it should look like, you know, cheese, really. And that's exactly what you want. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add this to my already preheated And now I'm going to add this to my already preheated waffle iron here. And I'm going to be using my heart-shaped one just because it was the first one that I found. So that's the one I'm using today. And you just want to go ahead and add it to your waffle iron and just spread it out so that it fills it up. You don't want to overfill it. And now you're gonna let this cook until the light on your waffle machine indicates that it's ready. And that's it. They look fantastic. They smell amazing. They make roughly 2 1/3. I always make this little extra because why not? It's edible. Just because it's not in the full shape of a waffle, who cares? But this is great. They're fantastic. They smell so amazing. And my favorite way to serve this is to serve it with a little bit of some low-carb marinara sauce. And I usually would sprinkle this with like some grated Parmesan cheese. I don't have any right now, but that is how I like to have this. And this makes for the perfect snack. Or you can take this and turn it into a sandwich, or you can take it and turn it into mini pizzas. Put the marinara sauce on top of there. Skip adding the pepperonis to the batter, and then you can sprinkle a little more cheese with the pepperonis on top. Give it a quick little toast, and you've got yourself a quick mini pizza. Oh my God. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, you got yourself a quick snack. And that's it for this one. So let's go ahead and move on to the sweet one. Now, this one is truly one of my favorites. I used to eat this a lot when I, once the craze hit, the Chaffle craze hit, I ate this a lot to the point where I had to stop making it and eating it because I just ate it too much. So I'm gonna make a cinnamon roll version of one. And as I said, in this bowl, I have 1 egg and half a cup of some shredded mozzarella cheese. To this, I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of some non-dairy milk. I'm gonna be adding 2 tablespoons of some Lupin Flour and 1 tablespoon of wheat protein isolate 8000. But if you don't have it, or if you don't wanna use it, just do 3 tablespoons of Lupin Flour. Now, to this, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of this here sweetener. And I will leave sweetness level up to you. Add as much or as little as you like. In my little bowl here, I have a pinch of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of some baking powder, and then I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And the cinnamon, add as much or as little as you like. And lastly, I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of some vanilla extract and half a teaspoon of some sweet dough bakery emulsion. I always forget the name of that stuff. And I've just mixed both of them up here in this bowl because they're both going in here anyway. Seeing as how I have a little bit less ingredients in this bowl than with the savory one, this batter will be a little bit more like a batter and not as thick, but that's okay. And once again, you just want to go ahead and add it to your nice and hot waffle iron and let them cook roughly somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes is how long I let mine cook. And so that's it. This gets you about 3.5. I have a little tiny one tucked under there that, it doesn't need to be seen because it's not perfect. But that is not all for this. After they are done, I like to drizzle mine with a little bit of icing that I like to make out of cream cheese. And it's just 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of sweetener, a little splash of vanilla, and then I mix that up. You want to let your cream cheese be at room temperature so that way it's easy to mix. If you need to, add a little splash of some non-dairy milk to it. And I'm just going to drizzle these with my icing here because you can't have cinnamon rolls without icing. And just because I like these to be a nice sweet dessert, I like to top mine with a sprinkle of some sweetener and some cinnamon mix. And so I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top of here. And that's it. That's how I like to have this. And when I tell you that these are so fantastic, you guys, they are fantastic. You are going to absolutely love them. You're probably going to make them a lot and then end up getting sick of them like I did. Now, I would totally try both of these for you guys, but it's not time for me to eat yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys one last look at these lovely chaffles here. I hope you guys give these a try. They might become your new favorites as they are mine. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and don't forget to ding that little bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, you guys, bye.